We're almost halfway through GCSEs now. So this half term is super, super important to really improving your grades, saving your grades in some subjects, just your general GCSEs. The work you could put in now is going to be so helpful over the next final few weeks of your GCSEs. So today I'm going to be explaining what I would do and what I did do in year 11. I'm now taking my A-levels actually. I'm going to be explaining what I did do to really, really improve my grades and to achieve all 9s in my GCSEs. And I think what I did during half term was very important. Please make sure you subscribe and leave a like now. And if you have any comments, I will reply to all of them. And yeah, just make sure you subscribe and support the channel. Okay, so I'm going to get straight into this and hopefully keep it quite short. So this is just a sort of short revision reminder video. But my number one piece of, not necessarily advice, is my first point is this half term, effort's going to be needed. Okay, it's really important. I'm going to show you in a second my diary of how much effort I actually put in, and you can see how much I did. So you can't shy away from the effort this half term. You know, I rarely say this, but this is where you really do need to work hard. If you want to time, at least 3 hours a day, I'd say. Hopefully 4 or 5 hours a day across the entire half term. Practice papers, anything like that, but effort is going to be needed is my main point there. Okay, second piece of advice is you need to prioritize. So have a think about the subjects that you've done exams in that haven't gone so well so far. For example, maybe maths paper 1 went badly or chemistry went really well. And this means that what you can do is you can focus on maths a little bit more. If maths went badly and you really need maths, you've got to focus on the next papers. If chemistry went super well, maybe it's a little less important, then it's fine to calm down the revision a tiny bit, okay? Don't just revise every single thing, you know? If you're really good at subjects, revise it less, maybe focus on revising that the day before. But my point here is just be smart with your revision and focus on what needs to be revised. I'm going to show you my diary now. So this was literally what I was doing in year 11 in the half term that you're about to do, and take a look at how many times DT is mentioned. DT was my worst subject. I managed to get a 9 in it, but look at how much I'm prioritizing and focusing on DT because I knew then that was my worst subject. So, and that's also one that I really needed because I wanted to get all 9s, and if it was my worst subject, it's one that required effort. And this is exactly what I did. So take a look at this now and just think about how much have I put DT in there. So here is my diary from year 11, from the half term. That's what I was up to. I did some extra stuff too, like flashcards, but I'd mostly record all of it on here. Where I say DTF, that's DT flashcards. Sen means Seneca, Qs means questions, all that sort of stuff. But just take a look at that. So hopefully that can help you see that the advice I give isn't just kind of made up. Like, that's literally exactly what I did to get all 9s. And it's what I'm doing in A-levels too. So maths is my worst subject. So I'm going to be doing 4 A-level maths papers across half term to try and improve that. Right, question based. Try and focus your revision a lot, or make sure you're doing a lot of questions, okay? Do lots of maths questions, science questions. As you can see there, I did DT questions. I wrote an English article for that English language exam. So I would say try and do sort of 2 sorts of questions a day. So maybe 1 essay and then 1 maths paper. You know, there needs to be a lot of focus on questions and past questions during exam season. That's one of the best things you can do. Obviously, if there's content you need to know and you need to learn, I'd recommend learning that in the half term because you have the time to do that. But yeah, focus on questions, make it sure it's focused led. Okay. Final thing as well is just reflect. Reflect on your exams so far. What can you improve? Do you need more sleep? All that stuff. I really mean this because I'm doing my A-levels now, and this is what I've learned, is what you take out of GCSEs, they're not as important in the actual results you get in GCSE, but the most important thing they can do is help you during your A-levels, which are important, okay? So just have a think, you know, make sure you know what's going well for you, what isn't, because I'm using what I learned during year 11 to help me now in my A-levels. So any sort of reflection like that, you can do it in the comments, just, you know, let me know how your exams are going, what's going well, what isn't going well. Just really try and be an active learner. Like, think about how you're learning, what makes you learn, you know. That's the aim of this channel, is to try and help you understand yourself and how you learn more, you know, because what just learned for me doesn't necessarily work for everyone. But just make sure you're thinking about that and actively engaging in that. Finally, my final piece of advice, even though I just said that was the final, but this is just rest. Rest is important, okay? You shouldn't just be working the entire time all night. Make sure you've got a good routine. That's something that's really important. Sleep routine. Make sure you're doing, you know, going outside, maybe running, exercise, anything like that. Anything that you enjoy, have some rest. That's what I'm going to do as well, and that is very important. So I hope that was helpful, just as a little summary of what I'd recommend during this half term. I'm going to be doing loads of videos in half term of the upcoming papers. I'm going to continue to do that, and just more general advice as well. So make sure to stay tuned and leave a like as well, and leave any comments. Okay, thanks for watching.